Yo, trenches fam. Guys, it's 5:18 in the morning, just getting off that graveyard shift. What are you doing right now that's going to change your life 12 months from now? You need to start managing your time properly. Stop doom scrolling. I don't know if you clicked on this video or what, by circumstance or whatever, but somebody needs to tell you this if you never heard it before. No one's coming to fucking save you. Nobody is. You might as well go ahead and get that second job. Erase anything of easiness, any path of least resistance. Go ahead and fucking delete it. Start challenging yourself. And, you know, it starts with small things. I've talked about this in my other videos. You can start with something as small as 10 push-ups a day. If you're that depressed, that beat down in life, you can still do 10 push-ups, you know? And then you start doing that. Eventually you turn into 20 and 30. Like I said, I started doing that. Then I started going back to the gym. These small things, they snowball, guys. They compound. But anything, any skill, anything you do, investing in yourself. Like for me, learning technical analysis, I spend about an hour a day, and it's been close to a year. And I am actually goddamn pretty good at it now, you know? Same thing with my YouTube channel. Been watering them seeds. The Discord I have, watering seeds. Been active in there every day. Every single day, I'm watering seeds, guys. Watering seeds. Managing my time. Working 2 jobs. Still managing time. When people tell me, oh, I'm too busy, I don't even think about that anymore. If you really want to achieve something, you're gonna make the time, you know? I think that's an excuse. Oh, I'm too busy. Really? How busy are you? Because I'm working over 100 hours a week. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. So in between this, I'm having to do grocery store runs and all this stuff, and communicating with people in my Discord, and another YouTube channel on top of this. 2 YouTube channels. Don't want to hear it. Stop making excuses, man. No one's coming to save you. You're not too busy. When you get off work, what are you doing? Start analyzing your day. When you get off work, what are you doing? You should be building. You're building someone else's dream, and then you get off and you don't even work on your own, you know? And you don't even think about it. You get off and you're tired, so you don't want to do anything. So you're just taking the path of least resistance. And then where does that get you? Not very far, you know? Last time I checked, the path of least resistance gets you probably depressed and broke. So, you know, anything that's challenging it's not going to be fun. You know, the path of least resistance is always the easiest. Anybody wants to do that, you know, but unfortunately, that's not how life works. It's not that easy. So you got to embrace these trenches. Really reinvent yourself, guys, because, you know, if you keep doing things the way you've been doing, and I've been in that, I'm there with you. I'm in the trenches now. You get off work, you're tired. What do? You take a shower, you eat. In that very moment right there, you should at least be spending 1 hour a day. At minimal, if not multiple hours. There should be late nights, early mornings. There should be times where you're just sitting there thinking, meditating, developing your mental awareness of everything that's around you. You know, even things like your, not just finances and stuff, guys, but just everything, you know? You got to come up with these strategies and ways to manage your time that's going to put you in a different place. And it will. Once you start getting this stuff, once you start compounding some skills and managing time, it's just going to become a habit, you know? Like I said, you start with something small. Read for 10, 15 minutes a day. Do 10, 15 push-ups a day. Then start cranking those numbers up as time progresses. You know? You start finding something you're interested in, you start learning more. It doesn't become a chore anymore. And then all of a sudden you're, you know, building skills without force. You know, when you first start doing this, guys, it's going to be forced. But after a while, it's going to come natural. But then you're just going to be developing yourself on a daily basis. You don't want to watch TV no more. You want to build skills. It changes your mentality over time. But you got to really break yourself down to get to that point. You got to want it. You got to want the challenge. You can't want the path of least resistance, because that's a path of excuses, and that's a path of someone's coming to save me, waiting on a check, waiting on a tax refund. All those excuses in the book, guys. What are you waiting on at this point? Start doing this shit now. Pick up your phone. You got a phone. You can do anything. You can ask AI, what skills can I learn right now that can increase my income? There's so much things you can do, and people are just sitting here bullshitting, man. It's wild to me. But I'm about to go eat and lay down and get some rest, and then I got to get back to my grind. I'm off work tomorrow, but I'm still going to be having to create content. I'm still going to water seeds constantly. I don't rest. Until I'm rich as fuck, I'm not resting. So, anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, guys. Start managing your time properly. Start compounding these skills on a daily basis. Every single day. 1 hour. That's all it takes. I promise you, in a year, your whole life will change. Especially if you're doing multiple things. You don't have to do an hour. You can do multiple things in 1 hour. You can learn 2 or 3 skills, Or you can focus on one. You can do this multiple different ways. As long as you're compounding skills, that's what really matters. Managing your time properly and compounding skills on a daily basis. If you guys are getting value, like and subscribe, and hold down the fort.